slightly overscrewed. I think he's just pulled up enough to be able to still get on the black nicely. Yes, it has. He's okay.
Five.
Remember a few years ago when Peter Ebdon changed his action, John? He had that massive delayed pause and he just lost his way for a while, but he's got his cue action back again now.
12.
Yeah, I still don't think it's as consistent as most. You know, you watch people like Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins, and
13.
it's a consistent just addressing of the ball, whereas I still feel Peter occasionally plays one quicker than he would another. But I'm sure he can see the
20.
winning line, can Peter, and he's not frightened of the winning line. Former world champion, UK champion. So it's not as if
21.
he'll be thinking, oh, I better be careful here, the winning line's approaching. But as I say, and as we've referred to, he's needed a little bit of his help from his opponent. I just feel he'd have to play a lot better than this if he was going to take this Masters title.
Well, didn't get the best contact there. He's still on the red he played for, which is the red up into the yellow pocket on the outside of the pack.
28.
But these, if you're dead straight, you really fancy knocking them in. The fact that it's just off straight just takes the pocket out of your eyesight, and you can hit these poorly. It's there. Very good. Looks a different player all of a sudden, doesn't it, at the moment? I thought for 1 minute it was hitting the left-hand jaw, but then don't know whether it's just slightly pulling out to the right in that pocket today. I've seen a couple that have hit the right-hand jaw. That looked to be hitting the left-hand jaw and ended up going over in the centre of the pocket. Under-hit that one slightly, though.
36.
Yeah, he's still got a red to the left middle, which all depends on the potting angle on these. Sometimes you can it's just perfect, just half ball pot round the back of the black. Missed it. Oh, well, dear me. Any harder it would have gone in. It was a natural angle to come round the back of the black, but I honestly didn't think that was going to drop. Nice control cannon there.
Yes, I think we mentioned in commentary this afternoon that the pockets at the UK I thought were the tightest we'd seen them for some time, because I think they've gone back to normal again now. As you rightly say, John, I don't think that would have gone in normally. Breaks of 47, 66, 63, 41 and now 50 and counting. As suddenly the match has totally changed round.
50.
Marco Fu hasn't had a break above 25 in the last 5 frames.
$51.
That could be the key shot to this frame and match.
56.
Caught the pink full enough. That kiss on the second red just held the cue ball at this end of the table. And Marco Fu sat in his chair, must be thinking what might have been. He had the perfect start, but he's not played well enough. It's as simple as that. And from the moment Peter
Okay.
got his nose in front,
62.
he's looked a completely different player. Oh, it happened so many times. But Marco Fu, I think you have to go back to the drawing board, Marco. There's something wrong with your cue action at the moment. It's just getting a little bit snatchy, and it's not smooth enough. Particularly, Willie, you find on these superfine
63.
cloths, they'll find you out if you're not pushing that cue through smooth.
Oh, especially because if you're jerking at it, as you suggested earlier, you're putting a little bit of side on, it's just going to virtually swerve it, and that's what's happening.
So this knowledgeable Wembley audience applaud. They knew that was frame ball. So, hello. Ooh, Peter
71.
thought he'd missed that. It doesn't matter, but chance now of a century, which would be a nice way to finish the match.
$78. $79. Normal one, Peter.
You've got to take your hat off to him. He really has knuckled down from 2-0 behind, couldn't pot a ball. I want to say couldn't pot a ball. He literally, his highest break in the first 3 frames was 25, and he won one of those. But since then, he's just played really good. As you mentioned, John deserves a century, I think, the way he's turned this match around.
Yeah, and of course his experience has come into play. He thought, well, okay, I'm not playing well, but stick at it, and he has that stickability quality, Peter Ebdon always has had. And
93.
it has to be said, he's had a little bit of help from his opponent, but sometimes you need that. Oh, what a pity. But he won't be too displeased. It was a match that looked early on as though he was going to lose, but Marco Fu let him off the hook, you feel, somewhat. And in the end, Peter Ebdon has run out a very comfortable winner. Surprisingly, the way the match started, but he wins and was through to the quarter-final, beating Hong Kong's Marco Fu by